Migrants from Texas were dropped off at the vice president's home on Christmas Eve. CBS's Jared Hill.
The White House called the move a cruel, dangerous, and shameful stunt. A spokesperson for Texas Governor Greg Abbott's office said migrants willingly chose to go to D.C. and called the administration hypocrites whose immigration policies have overwhelmed Texas border towns.
New York Republican George Santos says he used, quote, a poor choice of words when he said he had a college degree and worked for big companies like Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. None of that was true. The congressman-elect tells WABC Radio he won't resign, and besides, that shouldn't matter.
A lot of people overstate in their resumes or twist a little bit or ingratiate themselves. I'm not saying I'm not guilty of that. I'm just saying I've done so much good work in my career.
MasterCard Spending Plus says we spent more this holiday season, but not quite as much as retailers had hoped for. Here's CBS's Matt Piper.
Online sales jumped 10.6% from a year ago, and in-person spending rose nearly 7%. Clothing rose 4.4%, while jewelry and electronics dipped about 5%.
Major League Baseball players have traditionally represented their home countries in the World Baseball Classic, and now Cuban players will be allowed to do that for the first time. The tournament starts March 8th with Cuba facing the Netherlands in Taiwan. The championship round will be played in Miami. On Wall Street, S&P futures are up 26 points. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Clear, a faster, easier way through airport security. Try today for 2 months free by visiting clearme.com/CBS22 or use code CBS22.
As a dentist, I know what my patients are saying during times when they really can't speak. She says her gums are irritated. Is there anything you can do? Absolutely. You can try new Crest Advanced Gum Restore. Yep, new Crest Advanced Gum Restore. It detoxifies below the gum line to restore your gums back to health in just 7 days. Exactly. Healthy gums, healthy mouth.
New Crest Advanced Gum Restore. Healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
Help Ukrainian children. Shazam this song. Scroll down Shazam, open on YouTube, follow the link and donate.
Migrants at El Paso now have a warm place to stay. Here's reporter Chris Fox.
The El Paso Convention Center and now former elementary schools have been set up as shelters for the migrants seeking asylum, and it's the main reason the city extended the state of emergency order another 30 days. El Paso Mayor Oscar Leeser.
It gives us the ability to be able to do things we couldn't do until we called it, and that's our shelters, and put people in shelters and make sure that they're safe.
Federal border officials believe the flow of migrants into El Paso could grow from 2,500 a day to as many as 6,000 after Title 42 restrictions are lifted. Chris Fox for CBS News, Austin.
In Manchester, New Hampshire, a woman who gave birth in the woods faces criminal charges after police say she misled officers about the newborn's location for an hour. The woman was already wanted for child endangerment in another case and was arrested for reckless conduct. I'm Peter King, CBS News.
Sail with American Queen Voyages, where history comes alive and discovery runs deep. Enriching adventures await in North America's mighty rivers, Great Lakes, oceans, and expeditions to the wilds of Alaska. Visit American Queen Voyages at aqvoyages.com, cruising North America now. Call 844-744-0794 or contact your travel professional. American Queen Voyages. Discovery runs deep.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Get off the endless debt treadmill and start saving money each month. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Call Total Financial now at 800-208-1312. 800-208-1312.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports. It's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Car wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Insurance companies are making it tougher than ever for car accident victims, charging higher premiums and then trying to shortchange you on your injury claim. But no matter what they do, one fact remains. On average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one. Now that you know the facts, don't settle for less. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, there's only one thing you need to do. Call 800-800-4600. We stand up to the insurance company for all the money you deserve. Call 800-800-4600. We know how to turn low insurance offers into big settlements. When you need a lawyer, ask anyone in Kentucky. They'll say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Services may be performed by others. Court costs and fees are the responsibility of the client. If we win or settle your case. Source, Insurance Research Council. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Principal office, Bowling Green, Kentucky.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning. James Coates with you on this Tuesday morning. I almost said Wednesday because usually I'm here on Wednesdays. But welcome into Good Morning Live. We're a little chilly outside, 29 degrees, but a lot better. We'll check that weather forecast coming up on this Tuesday, the 27th day of December. Here we are, and first things first, let's open up with some birthdays and anniversaries for today. Big happy birthday to Susan Thompson. Right there, top of the list on the birthday list today. Brad Alexander, Chelsea Stinson, happy birthday to you. Also, 49 years old today, Nancy West. Happy birthday. Lauren Mutter is 19. We have Cora Thompson. Happy birthday. Casey Griever made it on the birthday list. And Carol Spiegel, happy birthday to you. Now, we already have a good start for anniversaries, too. We have Junior and Dana Bailey. Calvin and Carol Coffey celebrate today. Carlton and Ann Botts. And also we have Ben and Katina Kemplin, 19 years today. Congratulations, folks. And Good as Gold, we'll reveal that around 6:30 or so this morning. So get those birthdays into us, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Simple call this morning. We'll get you on the list because, excuse me, a little later on this morning, we'll be drawing for a delicious Dairy Queen cake and a Greer's Rosebud vase. So birthdays are welcome and anniversaries too. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Another way, of course, simple click, WCLUradio.com. You can submit right there for today or future. And you can also nominate Good as Gold folks as well. Also another website for you, RadioSoki.com. And good morning to all of our listeners on the Big Willie, 94.1, 102.3. It's 6:10, a lot of things to cover, but let's get up to date with that weather forecast for Glasgow. We'll have a mostly cloudy sky today, Glasgow, a high of 38 degrees with a calm wind becoming light. It'll be partly cloudy tonight, a low down to 26. Wednesday tomorrow, a breezy day. Lots of sunshine, high of 49. South wind 6 to 11, gusting at 23. Wednesday night, mostly clear, breezy, a low down to 38 with winds at 26. Looking ahead to Thursday, partly sunny, high of 56. Breezy again with a wind gust near 24. Thursday night, a slight chance of rain, down to 45. Friday, we'll wrap up this work week. Showers likely, 60% chance mainly in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy on your Friday with a high near 60. Friday night rain, 80% chance, a low down to 49. Saturday, more of the same. Showers, 70% chance, mostly cloudy and 61 on your Saturday. Saturday night, 60% chance of rain, cloudy and 48. And on New Year's Day Sunday, we'll have a 20% chance for a shower, partly sunny with a high near 60 degrees. Again today, Glasgow, mostly cloudy. On the cool side, but warmer, high of 38 today. And that's a look at your Glasgow area weather. Now, currently outside your door, we have 91% humidity. The pressure is 30.32 this Tuesday morning. Winds are light, about 3 miles an hour. Precipitation, I'm showing about 85 hundredths of an inch of snowflakes, drizzle, whatever it may be, 85 hundredths of an inch. Visibility this morning, good at 9 miles. Be careful out there. Now, on my commute in, things were clear. Roads are clear. But that's not to say there's not some slick spots out there, and especially the side roads, the secondary roads, could be very slick. Who knows? But just be careful. Use caution this morning. Sunrise 6:55 and sunset tonight 4:34 p.m. We're at 29 degrees this morning here in Glasgow. Round one of local news coming up. Brennan Cranen's ready to go, back after a couple of days off for Christmas, and hope you folks had a wonderful Christmas holiday. And so Brennan will get us covered and caught up to date with local news straight ahead on Good Morning Live.
Have you heard about the new online home for the Glasgow EPB? Well, it isn't just a new-looking website. It's a whole new way to manage your Glasgow EPB services. At the all-new GlasgowEPB.com, you can take care of paying your bill online like always, but you can also request or transfer your Glasgow EPB services, access customer support guides, easily sign up for GEPB alerts, and learn about all available products and programs. So check it out today, GlasgowEPB.com.
Injuries and illnesses that require immediate attention can happen anytime, any day of the week. That's why TJ Urgent Care is open daily, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Their team of doctors and nurse practitioners are highly trained in caring for your family's urgent health care needs. With on-site lab, radiology, and pharmacy, TJ Urgent Care provides the ultimate convenience. No appointment is needed, and TJ Urgent Care is open 7 days a week. TJ Urgent Care, located at the TJ Health Pavilion in Glasgow. TJ Urgent Care, total local care.
Some things can wait.
Decorating for the holidays. Shopping. Hey, there's always next day delivery. But if you're 50 or older or live with a chronic condition, untreated COVID could be deadly.
And if you don't get treatment within days, you might not be able to. So, got COVID symptoms? Talk to a doctor and get treatment right away, because it just can't wait. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Well, good morning. It's Tuesday, December 27th, 6:13 now, 29 degrees. And might I add that we are rolling now to 6:14 technically. We just rolled over to that if you'd like to set the clock by it. Great to be back with you this morning here in the newsroom. And we are certainly coming out of a very, very busy last few days across much of the country. Of course, this part of the state as well. I've been dealing with a lot of power outages, a lot of things pushing to the limit, if you will. And you likely heard about that here, among other places. Now, we do want to let you know this morning as we begin our newscast, the weather, well, some good news for you today. Looks like we are heading into that much warmer portion of our forecast that we've been hoping for. As you just heard just a moment ago, today mostly cloudy and a high of 38 degrees, and that is a little bit unique for the last few days, considering that we've been well below freezing, and even a few days ago we were really hovering above that 0-degree mark. 38 degrees is really refreshing. Now, as far as the road conditions go this morning, a lot of folks might be asking about that. Your main thoroughfares, meaning those that are traveled most often, state roads, those main access highways, they are very clear this morning. In fact, they were clear yesterday afternoon even. Now, as far as your side roads and your secondary streets, things like that, even some of those county routes, those could still be pretty tricky this morning as we are right here at 29 degrees. That is still below freezing, but we are heading in the direction of hopefully getting rid of that. Now, the caveat is, as today, mostly cloudy skies are going to stall that meltdown a little bit, but by Wednesday, we'll be warming back up to 50 degrees and sunny skies. So keep that in store, or keep that in mind. You are going to be going toward those warmer temperatures, and that'll be something positive for you. In review of news over the last few days, a house along West Cherry Street caught fire early Friday morning. Glasgow Fire responded to the suspected fire around 1:13 a.m. at 533 West Cherry Street. That's according to a news release. The fire was found isolated in one room of that home. Now, fire crews there, they extinguished the blaze and ensured it did not spread throughout the home. Officials, they were on scene just under 1 hour. Glasgow Fire Chief William Rock telling WCLU News that temperatures were just above 0 degrees while fire personnel were on the scene. A wave of winter weather blanketed much of the region late Thursday and early Friday, as many folks know. Now, the displaced residents, they were placed in alternative living arrangements. Baron Metcalf EMS assisted at the scene. And sanitation services, you've likely noticed that yesterday's trash was not picked up here in the city of Glasgow, and that's going to be the same thing for today. Now, here is the catch. Yesterday's trash, that's the 26th, it is going to be collected tomorrow, Wednesday, December 28th. So we are still here in a buffer zone, and this is likely for the fact that the city did not, or is returning back to work today. The city is now returning back to work here at the 27th of December. That waste collection that is slated for tomorrow, that's Tuesday, they will be collecting that on Thursday. Now, another portion of information you need to know here is, remember last Friday they did not collect trash. That was due to the very extreme temperatures that we were dealing with, and the folks there in the DPW tell WCLU News that they did not want to send those crews out in those temperatures. Obviously, they would be outside collecting the trash on those trucks. Now, again, so today will be collected tomorrow, and then Tuesdays, that's today, Tuesday will be collected Thursday. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to confuse you there. Yesterday, on Monday, December 26th, if you're a normal Monday garbage pickup, you'll be collected on Wednesday. And then today, you'll be collected on Thursday. That is the record. That's straight there. And then next week, because we are dealing with the New Year holiday, the DPW is going to be delaying their trash pickup once again. That's going to be Monday, January 2nd. They'll be collecting that trash on Tuesday, January 3rd. So that's the normal habit that they take there, is they normally just push that off a day. They are pushing that off 2 days this week for some reason. Now, the Glasgow Regional Landfill, they will be reopened today, and they are going to remain open for a little bit this week before they'll be closing again next week on Monday, January 2nd, again in observance of that New Year's holiday. We'll be repeating some of that trash pickup guidelines throughout the hour and next hour, certainly. So again, if there was confusion there, we will make sure to reiterate that for you. But the important thing to know this morning, you do not need to have that trash can at your curbside. They'll not be picking it up today. Infrastructure problems continue to plague eastern Kentucky months after severe flooding left thousands of residents without housing. More from Nadia Ramlagan on the matter.
According to FEMA, missed inspections or no response to contact attempts have left more than 2,000 people ineligible for assistance. Scott McReynolds with the Housing Development Alliance explained at a recent press conference that because so many homes were built in the floodplain, it's been a challenge to find available land to rebuild. And what land remains sits much higher up on mountaintops. He emphasizes community leaders are taking steps to ensure residents can rebuild sustainably.
We want to get this recovery right. We do not want to settle for just a box, which is what somebody said. We just need boxes, people in boxes. We want them to have high quality, long lasting, energy efficient homes.
State officials say the number of residents temporarily living in Kentucky State Parks shelters is down from more than 300 to 84. More than 200 households are living in travel trailers at different locations throughout the state, and families continue to transition from temporary living spaces into long-term housing. Nadia Ramlagan reporting.
All right, thank you, Nadia. And Kentucky transportation officials are now saying both northbound lanes of Interstate 71 in Kentucky have reopened. A series of lane closures, they've been in effect on a portion of interstate in Gallatin County since Thursday morning due to slick conditions from an Arctic front. Governor Andy Beshear warned residents Saturday to avoid the area after a series of accidents over 2 days caused significant traffic backups. Transportation officials say that road crews, they've continued to treat and plow the roadway, and a single lane reopened Sunday, but both lanes, they were opened on Monday. A temporary speed limit reduction of 45 miles per hour, it remained in effect, but we now want to say that that has now been rescinded. Perhaps you saw that on social media there, that Interstate 65 and Interstate 71, at least a portion of those interstates here in Kentucky, they were reduced. Their speed limit was reduced to 45 miles per hour due to the fact that there was plenty of ice and snow on those roadways, causing a lot of traffic collisions and certainly a lot of work for our first responders. But they have now rescinded that order, and it is back to the normal 70 miles per hour. 6:21 now. It's 29 degrees. You're listening to WCLU News from the newsroom and WCLU Radio here in Glasgow. We'll be right back.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
Welcome back to WCLU News. It's Tuesday, December 27th, 29 degrees. Great to be with you this morning. I'm Brennan Crane. Weather this morning looks like we are still dealing with some snow and ice on roadways, especially those secondary routes, those that have not been made primary to be treated. But we do want to let you know that your main routes this morning are very clear. In fact, they are beyond what they normally look like. In fact, they're a little shiny this morning from some of that water that is on them. Now, here is the thing you need to know about. There is some chance that there's some black ice out there, so do take it slow this morning. Be sure you're prepared for that. Give yourself some extra travel time. But some of those secondary roadways, particularly in the county and even here in the city limits of Glasgow, wherever you're listening from this morning, likely in your city as well, there are going to be some side streets that are still untreated and therefore slick. So some of those inclines might be a little difficult to get up. But again, just take it slow this morning. Be prepared for that. We're heading toward 38 degrees as our high today with mostly cloudy skies. By this evening, 26 degrees, partly cloudy. And Wednesday, sunny with a high near 50. That ought to start melting most of that snow and certainly all of the ice out there. And looks like, get this, by Thursday, 57 degrees. 59 on Friday, and then your New Year's Eve forecast, back into the 60s, 61 degrees, and showers likely. So we are going certainly in the positive direction here. Many folks are missing spring, but here we are, not even out of 2022 yet. Only a few days remain, and this is a little bit of a unique situation. We normally do not deal with this much snow and ice this early in the winter season, but we welcomed winter just the other day with those cold temperatures, and that's the direction that we are headed. In other news this hour, the Federal Communications Commission has released a draft of a national broadband map, and Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is urging residents to look at it and give feedback to improve its accuracy. The FCC released the draft last month and has sought feedback from the public to verify its accuracy before the map is finalized. Beshear said in a statement Thursday that access to broadband is as critical to our connectivity as roads and bridges. He said determining where access is most needed, it will help ensure that funding is spent wisely. Challenges to information on the map must be filed by January 13th. And the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources says more than 500 acres of public access have been added to the Rockcastle River Wildlife Management Area. The agency said last week in a statement that access in Pulaski County was added following an environmental remediation project that plugged 18 orphaned gas wells. Two portions of the property, they had been off limits to public use since 2017 because of safety concerns associated with the wells. Staff from the Department of Fish and Wildlife, they worked with personnel from the State Energy and Environment Cabinet to plug them, and now the entire 2,924-acre area, it is open. And before we go to break, we do want to let you know in the way of our newsroom what we've been doing lately. We are working, and we have worked on some interviews with our incoming officials and one outgoing official. So you can catch on our website at WCLUradio.com. You can catch the full interview with incoming Glasgow Mayor-elect Henry Royce, Barron County Judge Executive-elect Jamie Byrd, and outgoing Judge Executive Michael Hell. All of those folks there, they sat down with me for about a 30-minute interview to discuss their priorities going into office, and of course Mr. Hell discussing some things that he felt like he accomplished while in office and where he might be headed. All of those are available at our website, WCLUradio.com, and we'll be airing those periodically here on WCLU in a shorter fashion, at least some highlights over the next couple of days. You can catch those here on our newscast. 626, it's 29 degrees. We'll be back next hour. Hang tight. Still lots of information to get to for your South Central Kentucky information right here on WCLU Radio. Have a great Tuesday.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell is again being criticized by former President Donald Trump. Trump took to his social media platform Truth Social yesterday to further condemn McConnell's support for a new spending package. Trump said Democrats must have something really big on McConnell, and again referred to his wife as Coco Chow. It's just the latest development in the recent war of words between the pair. The Crittenden County Lady Rockets basketball team, coaches, and parents are experiencing firsthand the travel woes of the airlines. The team is stuck at Nashville's airport on the way to a basketball tournament in Orlando. Player Natalie Boone tells Fox 17 of Nashville.
We had a plane with a pilot, but no flight attendant, and then we had a bus lined up with no bus driver.
To make matters worse, the team's luggage is lost, meaning their uniforms aren't going with them to Orlando. The Jefferson County Coroner's Office reports 28-year-old Tanya McKenzie was the woman killed in a fatal accident near the University of Louisville campus early Monday morning. McKenzie died of blunt force trauma suffered when the driver of the vehicle she was in lost control and struck a utility pole. The driver, 30-year-old Jalen Hostin, is being charged with murder and DUI. Hostin remains in U of L hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police are investigating after finding a body in Madison County. Officials yesterday found the body on Charlie Abney Road in Berea. Kentucky State Police say they do not believe foul play was involved. No further information has been made available, but more details are expected to be released in the coming days. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
We're here talking with Todd Leatherman, Program Counsel for the National Attorneys General Training and Research Institute Center for Consumer Protection at the National Association of Attorneys General. Todd, much of the country is beginning to feel the chill of winter. Are there any weather-related scams we should be aware of?
Scammers never take a season off, and many of us are thinking about how much more it's going to cost to stay warm this winter. But before you say yes, it's important to know that scammers may hide behind some of those offers. 3 things for certain. Watch for claims of dramatic savings, high-pressure sales pitches, and imposters. First, be skeptical of anyone that promises drastic savings. Second, know that pressure to act fast is a sign of a scam. Don't trust anyone threatening to shut off your service. If you're having trouble paying your utilities, check to see if you're eligible for the Low-Income Home Assistance Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, at benefits.gov.
And don't forget, you can learn more about scams.
Most people will hesitate before planning a funeral in advance.
The funeral? We'll arrange that when the time comes.
But there's a lot to be said for advance planning. For one thing, you have the peace of mind of knowing that your arrangements have all been made. You can consider the options when your mind is clear. and you'll have the relief of knowing that your loved one will be well cared for. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
In my family, I'm the planner. From the weekly grocery list to the family vacation, everything, all the details. Though planning for the end was something I left off my list. Then a friend told me about South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow. She said even though it wasn't on her to-do list, seeing them was one of the best planning decisions she'd ever made. South Central Kentucky Monuments showed her the different options they have available, even an image of the finished monument. And since South Central Kentucky Monuments does all the stone carving in-house, it cost much less than she expected. They made the process easy to create the exact memorial she wanted. So my husband and I made a plan to see them. We are so happy with our decision. We encouraged our family and friends to do the same. It'll be the best planning decision you ever make.
Buy direct and save money at South Central Kentucky Monuments at the corner of East Front Street and Columbia Avenue. Family owned in Glasgow since 2010.
In area funeral announcements this hour, Joseph W. Larkin, 96 of Glasgow, passed away Sunday, Christmas Day, December 25th at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. He was born in Harveysburg, Ohio, June 18, 1926, to the late Willard D. Larkin and Eleanor Haydock Larkin. Mr. Larkin was a retired block plant manager for J.F. Pace Construction Company and a graduate of the University of Louisville, J.B. Speed School of Engineering, and a member of the Triangle Fraternity. Joseph was a U.S. Navy veteran and attended the First United Methodist Church in Glasgow. Survivors include two daughters, Bonnie Zimmer of New York and Mary Jo Larkin of Ohio, and three sons, Denny Larkin of Livermore, Kentucky, Lynn A. Larkin of Glasgow, and Lucian Larkin of Raleigh, North Carolina. Grandchildren, Chad Larkin, Brian Larkin, Seth Larkin, and Dr. Spencer Larkin, and Clay Larkin, Tyler Campbell, and 10 great-grandchildren, a brother, Dr. Lynn H. Larkin of Gainesville, Florida, and a sister, Dr. Frances A. Larkin of Hillsboro, Ohio. 3 nephews and 2 nieces also survive. The funeral service for Joseph W. Larkin will be Friday at 2 p.m. at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. The visitation will be Thursday, 5 p.m. till 7 p.m., and on Friday morning until service time at the funeral home. Timothy W. Brown, 58 of Glasgow, passed away Friday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. Timothy was a welder at Magna and loved working on cars. His grandkids were his life, and he loved every minute spent with them. Survivors include his wife, Sherry Diane Brown, a son, Shane Brown, 5 stepchildren, Michael Wells, Crystal Lindsay, Terry Finn, and Jesse Watt, and Adam Peterson, 8 grandchildren, and 1 grandbaby on the way, 4 sisters, 3 brothers, several nieces and nephews. The family has chosen cremation. The A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home in charge. Richard Lowell Eisenberg, 84 of Mobile, Alabama, formerly of Monroe County, passed away Wednesday, December 21st, at Gulf Coast Health and Rehab in Mobile, Alabama. Lowell was a graduate of the Gamelia High School in 1956, and he worked at Eisenberg TV and Appliances for his brother, Kenneth. He was of the Church of Christ faith. Lowell is survived by 2 daughters and sons-in-law, Merle and John Riley of Chesterfield, Virginia, Sandra and Ken Silas of Mobile, Alabama, 4 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, and a brother also survives. Marshall Eisenberg and wife Sue of Tompkinsville, 4 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, and a brother also survives. Marshall Eisenberg and wife Sue of Tompkinsville, 2 sisters-in-law, Helen Eisenberg of Gamelia and Lois Eileen Eisenberg of Lakeville, Indiana. The funeral service for Richard Lowell Eisenberg will be Friday, December 30th at 1 p.m. at the Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home, burial to follow in the Eisenberg Cemetery. The visitation will be on Friday morning at 11 a.m. until the service time beginning at 1 o'clock p.m. at the Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Susie Pennington, age 95 of Glasgow, passed away Sunday at Glenview Health Care. She was retired from GE and a member of the Mount Beulah United Methodist Church. Miss Pennington is survived by 2 daughters, Carolyn Hall and Judy Ann Rice, 5 grandchildren, Paul Patrick, Peter, Galen, and James, and 3 great-grandchildren. The funeral service for Susie Pennington will be Friday at 1 o'clock p.m. in the chapel of the Seago Funeral Home, burial in the Mount Beulah Cemetery. Visitation 3 to 7 Thursday, and after 8 a.m. Friday at the Seago Funeral Home. William Ivory Jr., 60, of Bowling Green, passed away Wednesday, December 21st, at the Medical Center in Bowling Green. He is survived by his wife, Chiquita Avery, sons Jordy Maxey and Dante Massey, daughters Lendra Ivory, Erica Wynn, Desiree Ivory, and Destiny Ivory, brothers Danny Franklin, Kenny Franklin, and Steve Franklin. 3 sisters, Regina Wood, Ann Duke, Rose Franklin, Carol Franklin, and Danielle Bradley. Special siblings, O'Neill Robertson, Annetta Gibbs, Charles Robertson Jr., Deborah Taylor, and Michael Robertson. 10 grandchildren, and a host of nieces, nephews, cousins, and friends. The funeral service for William Ivory Jr. will be Thursday at 1 p.m. at Powerhouse Ministries in Bowling Green. Burial to follow in the Fairview Cemetery. Visitation from 11 a.m. until service time on Thursday at Powerhouse Ministries. Hayes Brothers Funeral Home in Glasgow is in charge of those arrangements. Jack D. Bunnell, 94, of Hardyville, passed away Sunday, December 25th, at his home. He was a member of the Fairview Church of Christ. Jack served a term as state representative for the Kentucky General Assembly. He also served 3 terms as sergeant-at-arms and 1 term as supervisor of employees for the Senate of Kentucky General Assembly. Locally, Jack was elected and served as a school board director for Hart County. Per gubernatorial appointments, Jack served as director of a number of state departments. Jack is survived by 2 daughters, Elizabeth Noel and her husband Matt of Lexington, Elaine DeVore and husband Mitchell of Hardyville, and a son, John F. Bunnell, and wife Julie of Hardyville. 4 grandchildren, Denny Bunnell, Alec DeVore, Rachel Bunnell, Rossner, and Caleb Bunnell. 4 great-grandchildren. The funeral service for Jack D. Bunnell will be at 12 noon on Thursday, December 29th at the Brooks Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Andy Bunnell Memorial Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, and on Thursday from 9 a.m. until the service time at the funeral home. Deborah W. Woosley, 61, of Mammoth Cave, passed away Wednesday, December 21st, at her home. The Lexington native was an accounting specialist and a member of the Mission Church, surviving her husband, Tom Woosley, 3 sons, Travis Lee Woosley of Georgia, Tom Abner of Richmond, and Tim Goings of Tampa, Florida, and a brother, Doug Ward of Corbin, and 3 grandchildren. The funeral service for Deborah W. Woosley will be held at 11 a.m. Wednesday at the Grayville Funeral Home in Brownsville. Burial to follow in the Lowell Cemetery in Annetta. Visitation will be 5 to 7 today and after 9 a.m. Wednesday. James Price, 42, of Cub Run, passed away Saturday, December 24th, at his home after a long battle with cancer. He was a taxi driver for an Amish crew, and James was a member of the Cherry Springs Baptist Church. Survivors include his wife, Renee Day Price, their daughters, Julia Price and Jamie Price, mother-in-law, Peggy Day, brothers-in-law, Kevin Day and Mark Day, and a nephew, Chase Day. The funeral service for James Price will be 1 p.m. Thursday, December 29th at the Macedonia Baptist Church. Burial to follow in the B.F. Thompson Cemetery in Cub Run. Visitation 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesday at the Seago Funeral Home, and after 10 a.m. Thursday at the Macedonia Baptist Church until time for the service. Anna Russell Copus Ritter, 85, of Tompkinsville, passed away peacefully on Sunday, December 25th, at Monroe County Medical Center. She was a member of the Homemakers and Garden Club, enjoyed her Bridge Club, served as president of the Relay for Life. She was a member of the Germany Church of Christ. She is survived by 2 sons, Michael Short and wife Gay, Jeff Ritter and wife Angela, 3 daughters, Jody Brown and her husband Ronnie, Teresa Hale and her husband Scott, also Suzanne Keel and her husband Alan, all of Tompkinsville, also a sister, Martha Sue Murphy, 12 grandchildren, 18 great-grandchildren, and also 2 nephews survive. The funeral service for Anna Russell Copus Ritter will be Wednesday at 12 noon at the Bartley & Sons Funeral Home. Burial in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. The family will receive friends today, 4 to 8 p.m., and again on Wednesday morning from 7 a.m. until the service time at noon. The Bartley & Sons Funeral Home in charge. Kathy Cutliff, age 66, of Cave City, passed away Saturday, December 24th at Hospice House of Bowling Green. She is survived by her husband, Ronnie Cutliff, 2 daughters, Mandy Gail Miner and husband Bobby Joe, and Dawn Davinsky and husband Jeff. 6 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and also a brother, Wendell Bishop, and a sister, Brenda Bird, and 1 half-sister, Lena Manis. Several nieces and nephews, including 1 special niece, Shannon Broom. The funeral service for Kathy Cutliff will be Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the chapel of the Seago Funeral Home. Burial in the Cosby Cemetery. Visitation today, 4 to 8, and after 8 a.m. tomorrow Wednesday at the Seago Funeral Home. Richard T-Bone Walker, 55, of Glasgow, passed away peacefully Wednesday, December 21st, at his home. Mr. Walker was a deacon at Rich Pond Baptist Church and a faithful member of Who You Wit Motorcycles Club. He is survived by his parents, Richard Walker and Florine Brooks, daughters, Misha Roby and Brooklyn Hampton, brothers James Brooks and Rodrix Brooks, and also a sister, Linda Nicey Brown, and Lakeisha Brooks, fiancée Mary Tyler. 5 grandchildren and a host of nieces and nephews, cousins, and friends. The funeral service for Richard T-Bone Walker will be today at 1 o'clock at the First Baptist Church of Glasgow. Burial to follow in the Barlow Cemetery. Visitation after 11 a.m. at the church. The Hayes Brothers Funeral Home in charge. The funeral service for Brenda Faye Harper, 72, of Glasgow, will be at 2 p.m. tomorrow Wednesday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Visitation from 10 a.m. Wednesday until the service time. The funeral service for Gina Beth Adams, 58, of Glasgow, will be tomorrow Wednesday at 11 a.m. at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial in the Summershade Cemetery. Visitation today, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and after 9 a.m. Wednesday until the service time. The funeral service for Patsy Harper Roach, 89, of Edmonton, will be at 1 o'clock this afternoon at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burial in the Dunlin Cemetery. The funeral service for John Marshall Bowles, 71, of Glasgow, will be held at noon today at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial in the Bowles Cemetery on Highway 6880. The funeral service for Magdalene Grace Glidewell, the infant daughter of Jacob Ryan and Hannah Glidewell, will be today at 2 p.m. at the McMurtry Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Summershade Cemetery. The visitation will be today, this morning, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the funeral home. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free at WCLUradio.com and also on the WCLU Radio app. No login necessary.
It's important to know you can send unique designs at a price you can afford when you send a design created by Jeff's Country Florist. And if you can't seem to find that one-of-a-kind unique gift, then come see us at Jeff's Country Florist. These great designs and gifts are available for local delivery or in-store pickup. Stop by and browse our showroom at 4911 Scottsville Road in Glasgow. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, Saturdays, 9 till noon. Let's talk. 270-678-3575. There's only one Jeff's Country Florist.
For over 25 years, Window World has provided quality products for homeowners around the country. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, the vinyl finish means they will never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable composite frame that will never rot. When it comes time to replace your windows or doors, trust Window World. Call 270-780-9600.
Simply the best for less. Window World.
Good morning, live on the radio on this Tuesday. I'm James Code 643. We want to get you updated with our birthday and anniversary list today. The 27th of December. Here we are, the final week of the year. Happy birthday to Susan Thompson. Also, Brad Alexander. Happy birthday. Chelsea Stinson. Big happy birthday and birthday wishes to you. Nancy West is 49 today. I hope that's okay to announce. Lauren Mutter is 19 today. Cora Thompson, happy birthday to you. Casey Griever celebrates today, and Carol Spiegel. And we have 4 anniversaries, wedding anniversaries so far today. Junior and Dana Bailey, Calvin and Carol Coffey, also Carlton and Ann Botts, and we have Ben and Katina Kemplin, there you go. 19 years of wedding bliss today. Good as gold on this Tuesday is Cindy Rutledge. Cindy Rutledge Day. She's retiring this Friday with 31 years of service with the Glasgow Housing Authority. So if you see Cindy Rutledge, pat her on the back. That's worthy of a pat on the back. Tell her she is good as gold from all of us here at WCLU and the Big Willie. And a little taste of Texas, too. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Get those birthdays in today or your anniversary. Either today, if you have one today or one in the near future, or going into the new year with a big birthday, let us know. You can also submit online, radiosoki.com or WCLUradio.com. We'll get those on for you. It's 6:45 on this Tuesday morning. We'll check your local sports straight ahead, too. Good morning to all of our Facebook Live, YouTube Live, EPB Channel 6. You folks listening, watching today, hope you had a great Christmas holiday. Here we are looking at 2023 right in the eyeballs.
There's nothing like basketball in the Bluegrass. It's part of a tradition in this area, just like SCRTC, providing reliable service for over 70 years. Our talented employees and customers we love are what keeps us going. Great basketball teams are reliable and fast, just like SCRTC. We know how dedicated you are to your team. SCRTC Internet is dedicated as well. It's never shared, so your speed is all yours. Now go cheer for your team this year, and SCRTC will make sure you're covered with fast, reliable service.
Let's take a look at local sports on this Tuesday. Several area high school basketball teams will be playing in holiday tournaments around the area this week. On the girls' schedule for today, it's Barron County taking on Callaway County at Allen County Scottsville High School. Caverna travels to face Warren Central. Allen County Scottsville hosts Springfield, Tennessee. Warren East faces Breckenridge County at Ohio County High School. Monroe County plays Clark Range, Tennessee in Pensacola, Florida. And Greenwood opens play in a tournament at Allen County Scottsville. Now in boys action, it's Monroe County goes up against Archbishop McNicholas of Ohio in Pensacola, Florida. Bowling Green plays their first game in a tournament at Lexington Catholic, and Warren Central takes on Madison Central at Lexington Catholic. Good luck, and that's a look at your local sports on this Tuesday.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by Key Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Protect your investment in your clothes, and your image by having your clothes professionally dry cleaned at Key Cleaners in Glasgow. The Catron family has years of experience in caring for the most delicate of garments, as well as drapes and sheers, spreads and comforters, with convenient hours of 6:45 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and Saturday 8 till 1. Key 1-hour cleaners, Happy Valley Road, Glasgow, where we accept Visa and MasterCard.
Mostly cloudy today. Our high today of 38 degrees. Tonight, a few clouds and 26. A sunny, breezy day tomorrow, Wednesday, warming up to 49 with wind gusts near 23 miles per hour. Clear Wednesday night, 38 and breezy, and partly sunny Thursday with a high of 56. Looking ahead to Friday, we have showers likely at 60% chance. Mainly in the afternoon, it'll be mostly cloudy on your Friday with a high of 59. Again today, Glasgow, mostly cloudy. We'll top out at 38 degrees. We have 91% humidity on this Tuesday morning. Pressure 30.30. Winds are light at 3. 85 hundredths of an inch of precipitation. Visibility 9 to 10 miles. Be careful out there. Sunrise coming up 6:55. Sunset tonight 4:34. Weather brought to you by our friends at Key Cleaners, Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. It's 30 degrees now.
Hello, I'm Kellen Havikin with Ag Headline News on Brownfield. The State Farm Bureau organization says USDA's investments in climate-smart practices could reshape the conservation title in the next Farm Bill. Jordan Dukes with the Nebraska Farm Bureau says lawmakers may not authorize additional funding for Title II.
I think we're still going to see the same pot of money, frankly, and it's going to be the same Inflation Reduction Act money. That $20 billion has not been spent.
He says negotiations will be complex. More news is next.
Hello everyone, this is Joe and Rachel Dotson from Best One Tire in Glasgow.
We wanted to personally thank you for supporting our tire and repair business at 100 Shawn Lane.
Many of our customers come to us for ag and truck tire, but did you know we are capable of serving any size car or pickup?
With over 300 stores behind us, our buying power means we can pass on to you the very best pricing in our area.
We have many tires and tubes in stock, and we can do alignments on just about anything that rolls.
I was raised in Metcalfe County. After being away wait for a few years, Joe and I brought our family back to the area. And nothing brings us greater pleasure than servicing our neighbors when they are broke down in the field or on the road. We are here for you. We want to help you by taking the stress out of buying your next tires. We will work with any budget, anytime.
Come in and find out why we are the fastest growing tire company in Glasgow. We love this business. We love this town. Pretty soon you will be coming to our new store out on Highway 90 right here in Glasgow.
Best One Tire and Service, creating one raving fan at a time.
The impact of the slowing economy has had big implications on the ag economy. An ag economist says the phrases rising interest rates, inflation, and the slowing U.S. economy were heard and seen in 2022. But what does that mean for agriculture? David Widmar with Ag Economic Insights told Brownfield that means it will cost more to borrow money for land, operating lines, and equipment. For more on this story, visit brownfieldagnews.com. An extension beef educator says the fluctuation from bitterly cold temperatures to milder conditions put cattle at increased risk for respiratory infections. Purdue University's Ron Lemanger tells Brownfield producers will need to monitor herds in the coming weeks following Winter Storm Elliott.
I would be on the lookout for, cattle that just don't feel quite right. Kind of what one of my old friends used to call ADRs. Ain't doing right kind of cattle,
Bovine respiratory disease is one of the costliest diseases for U.S. cattle producers. I'm Kellen Havikin on Brownfield Ag News.
Dozers, tractors, cranes, loaders, and dump trailers are what I use to get the job done, and they better work when I need them to. That's why I see the professionals at Joseph A. Wade Incorporated in Glasgow. Winter is when I have them check all the cylinders and hoses I use. Big cylinders like hydraulic ones. If they need repair, I know I can trust Joseph A. Wade Incorporated to do the job right. They have the brains and the equipment to tear down, rebuild, and test all types of hydraulic and air cylinders. 8-inch board of 14 feet long, single, double, even 5-stage. They can do whatever cylinder repair or rebuild I have, so I'm ready to go every spring. And custom hydraulic hoses, bolts and nuts, drill bits, valves, tools, and whatever else me and other contractors, farmers, manufacturing companies, and businesses need to keep our operations running smoothly every year. See them now. Winter won't last forever. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, located in the curve of Industrial Drive in Glasgow.
Good morning, live on the radio. James Coates with you on this Tuesday morning. It's 6:52. Brennan Crane is in the house as well. Brennan, good morning.
I'm here. How are you?
Good to have you this morning.
Yes, good to have you too.
It's good to be had. And
don't start getting wordy now. To complicate things.
Yeah, well, here we are just before 7 o'clock, and there will be no archives today.
Not today.
Something just a little bit different. Here we are at the end of the year. Sometimes archives run a little thin. So, but Henry and Sam will be back with us in the morning through Friday. So if you were just wondering, where are the morning archives? We'll pick back up on that in the morning. We've had a couple of new birthdays, Brennan Crane. We have Grace Lauer is 20 today. My goodness. Let's ring the gong for her.
Do it.
And let's see, we have Brenda and Cecil Russell with a wedding anniversary, 37 years today. We have Caitlin Adams, 19 years old today.
That's right.
Birthday list continues to grow.
And I have another one today. I actually have 3 today. So
Goodness.
If you want to write these down.
Okay.
I believe they pronounced this, it was Treva or Treva, one of the two, Treva, I believe. Treva Coffee, or Treva Coffee, excuse me.
Okay.
And then William Bowles Jr.,
Okay.
My understanding is those are both today. The answering machine, it was just those 2 names and then the dial tone. So I assume so. And then Betty Harvey today.
Betty Harvey.
Yeah, 91 years old.
My goodness. Happy birthday, Betty Harvey.
And we do have a phone number on there, too, so we'll be sure to put that. Be sure, if you're calling in your birthdays or anniversaries, give us a phone number because we put those into a drawing.
That's right.
For the birthday cake, the rosebud vase, all that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
James, I was going to tell you today, we are going to be embarking upon a little bit of a different pathway here as we kind of start into the new year. So it'll be interesting as we start into this. But instead of waiting till Tidbit News, I might want to try to tell you some of those special days.
Okay.
Just to kind of prime you for today. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So the first one is very fitting today. It's Make Cutout Snowflakes Day.
I love doing that.
And it's cool how complex you can get with that. I mean, you can do basic, where you fold the paper and then you cut out whatever, but you can get really intricate with
You
those.
really can. Yeah, I've seen some remarkable stuff on TikTok.
Yeah. It's also a National Fruitcake Day. Do you like fruitcake?
No, I do not.
Really?
No, do you?
It's okay, but, it is a weird thing.
It's a weird texture and taste. I just don't care for it.
Putting fruit into that loaf, the cake. And then finally today, I'm not sure that I'd advise it, but it's Visit the Zoo Day.
Okay. Yeah, not today.
A little cold out there.
Not today for me.
Everybody's probably kind of wondering about the weather if they haven't heard it already, but I'm encouraged by it. With the temperatures moving up.
Oh, my goodness. It's such a welcome to Kentucky. Warmer weather. Friday night it was -5, and then a wind chill reading of -28.
I was going to say, I went outside. Yes, I was bundled up before anybody starts in on that, but my ears were not. I didn't have my ears covered. And,
goodness.
You stand outside for 5 minutes or so, and wow, it's just like they just ache,
Oh, yeah. Well, I know we probably have some cancellations today in the area. Of course, school is out, which is a good thing because it would be out anyway, no doubt, with the slick conditions out there on certain roads. But go ahead, Brennan. We have...
So a couple of the things we know about today. The first one here, just going in the order we received them, the Community Soup Kitchen will be closed today. So if you know someone that goes to the Community Soup Kitchen, if you go to that today, don't go because they will not be open today.
Right.
We've received that information from Mr. Green there at the Community Soup Kitchen. Second thing you need to know about this morning is we have a delayed opening at the Barron County Government Center. And that will include offices like the Barron County Clerk's Office, of course the office portion of the Sheriff's Office, the PVA, all the coroner's office, any of those offices. If you needed to go, you need to wait until after 10 o'clock this morning because they will not be opening on time. And again, that's due to the fact that there are still quite a bit of slick roadways in the county. We're dealing with that. So
all right.
But that's where we are with that. And I told folks, I'm going to remind folks one more time about the trash pickup because that can be a little confusing if you didn't catch it during the newscast earlier this hour. In the city of Glasgow today, your trash pickup, if you're normally a Tuesday trash pickup, you won't have your waste collected until Thursday.
Okay, wow.
And then yesterday's trash pickup, so Monday, you won't have yours picked up until tomorrow.
Okay.
So they
a little adjustment there.
It is. They normally don't go a 2-day delay like that, but I think just because of the, coming back from the holiday and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then, too, we've still got a lot of, slick conditions and all that kind of thing. So
be careful out there if you're coming in from work, traveling to work, or whatever you're doing today, running to the store, just be aware. I left plenty early this morning because you just never know what you're going to run into. So be careful out there. Hey, we've got your morning trivia question coming up. We're going to be giving away a free pizza straight ahead here on Good Morning Live.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you. Over-the-counter COVID tests are available and can be billed to most insurance carriers. You can also receive the COVID vaccine at Highland Pharmacy. Register at highland-pharmacy.com. That's highland-pharmacy.com. Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
Girls and boys in poverty around the world are dreaming of a better life and a brighter future. Children International and friends like you are giving these children a chance to achieve their dreams by ensuring that they have access to health care, education, life skills, and more, so they can grow, thrive, and believe in themselves. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
You've invested a lot of time and energy working for your money. Now it's time for your money to work for you. South Central Bank is announcing a 21-month and a 9-month CD special with an annual percentage yield of 4.25%. 21 and 9-month CD special paying 4.25% APY at South Central Bank. You choose the term that works best for you. $500 minimum balance to obtain the APY. Come into any South Central Bank office today and put your money to work. You rate better at South Central Bank. Member FDIC.
Mostly cloudy today. Our high today of 38 degrees. Tonight, a few clouds and 26. A sunny, breezy day tomorrow, Wednesday, warming up to 49 with wind gusts near 23 miles per hour. Clear Wednesday night, 38 and breezy, and partly sunny Thursday with a high of 56. Looking ahead to Friday, we have showers likely at 60% chance. Mainly in the afternoon, it'll be mostly cloudy on your Friday with a high of 59. Again today, Glasgow, mostly cloudy. We'll top out at 38 degrees. We're at 30 degrees now on this Tuesday morning. Weather brought to you by our friends at South Central Bank.
Anderson Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection are designed to meet building codes for coastal locations from Maine to Miami, Gainesville to Galveston, and they're on guard even when no one is home. Anderson Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection. The uglier the weather gets, the more beautiful they become.
See the full line of Anderson Windows and Doors at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Anderson Windows. Come home to Anderson.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
A message from the South Green Street Church of Christ.
She was only 17 years old. For the last 15 years, her diet consisted of basically only eating McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. So when recently she was rushed to the hospital because she collapsed while she was at work, she was struggling to breathe. Now you and I know it's been proven that a diet that's abnormally high in salt and fat leads to an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. So if you ignore these warnings and your health finally catches up to you, you can only say, what'd you expect? If someone chooses to live a life apart from God, a life where God is secondary, when you stand at judgment and hear Jesus say, depart from me, we ask, what'd you expect? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
South Green Street Church of Christ, 306 South Green Street in Glasgow.
Little Caesars presents delicious duos like bacon and eggs, spaghetti and meatballs, and of course peanut butter and jelly. Now, Little Caesars brings you a large, hot and ready slices and sticks. A delicious duo featuring 4 slices of pepperoni pizza, together with 8 tasty slices of Italian cheese sticks, plus crazy sauce for only $6. Little Caesars hot and ready slices and sticks is just $6. Available every day when you walk in between 4 and 8 at Little Caesars.
Pizza. At participating locations plus tax. Prices may vary. Oh, yes, sounds so good this morning. How would you like a shot at winning a free pizza from our friends at Little Caesars with our morning trivia question? Now, if you haven't won in the month of December, you can win this morning. And, you know, we're going to be recapping 2022. 2022 is a crazy year in a lot of ways. But anyway, our morning trivia is based on that. Here we go. At least 158 people were killed in a crowd crush during which festivities in South Korea this year? At least 158 people were killed in a crown crush, it says. Crowd Crush, I'm sorry, during which festivities in South Korea? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Good morning, Trivia. How are you? Hello.
Tap.
Say it again.
Tap. New Year.
No, not yet. No, that's not right. Think about it. Try again. Good morning, Trivia.
Halloween.
Halloween is correct. Yes, congratulations. Who is this?
This is Lisa Strange.
Lisa Strange. How are you doing today, Lisa?
Getting warmer, thank goodness.
Yeah, I think we all are. Yeah, it's a horrible, like I said, 2022 is a crazy year, but this was a horrible incident that happened in South Korea during Halloween when at least 158 people were killed in that horrible event. Lisa, we appreciate you listening today, and I'm going to put you on a brief hold and get your information, okay?
All
right, stand by. Our winner this morning, Lisa Strange, with our morning trivia winner. 30 degrees this morning here in Glasgow. 7:05. Great news, more of the news you can depend on straight ahead.
Good morning from Forever Communications. WCLU Glasgow, W276VO Glasgow, WLLI Muffordville, WLYE Glasgow, W253BN Glasgow. Good morning live.
CBS News Brief. Western New York is getting more snow, and the Buffalo travel ban is still in effect. Here's CBS's Nancy Chen.
As snow continues to fall, this unrelenting storm is being called once in a generation, breaking records in Western New York with winds reaching nearly 80 miles per hour. Buffalo buried in 4 feet of snow.
Southwest Airlines hopes for a better day after 70% of yesterday's flights were canceled, and thousands of flyers had trouble rebooking. Spokesman Jay McVeigh.
At this point, we're working to accommodate our customers as best we can and offer the most options that we can to get folks back home.
Looks like we spent more this holiday season, just not quite as much as retailers wanted. Here's CBS's Matt Piper.
Holiday sales rose 7.6%, a slower pace than the 8.5% increase from a year earlier, according to MasterCard Spending Pulse, which tracks all kinds of payments like cash and debit cards.
CBS News Brief. I'm Peter King.
Injuries and illnesses that require immediate attention can happen anytime, any day of the week. That's why TJ Urgent Care is open daily, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Their team of doctors and nurse practitioners are highly trained in caring for your family's urgent health care needs. With on-site lab, radiology, and pharmacy, TJ Urgent Care provides the ultimate convenience. No appointment is needed, and TJ Urgent Care is open 7 days a week. TJ Urgent Care, located at the TJ Health Pavilion in Glasgow. TJ Urgent Care, total local care.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
Good day. It's Tuesday, December 27th, 30 degrees, 7:08 is your time here in South Central Kentucky. Welcome into WCLU Local News. I'm Brennan Crane. Great to be with you today, back from the holiday weekend here, and many folks are heading back to work today. As we're speaking, a lot of folks are commuting, and we want to let you know first things first about those road conditions out there. This morning, your main thoroughfares are very clear. In fact, they look very nice this morning. Great job to those road crews that have been working tirelessly over the weekend, over the holiday, to get those cleared out for you. Now, here's what we're dealing with on secondary roadways, some of those side streets in some of our cities here locally. We're dealing still with slick roads, and there could be some black ice here and there. Right now, we are just 2 degrees shy of the freezing mark. It's 30 degrees right now here in south central Kentucky. Here in Glasgow, we are dealing with 30 degrees, but we could be heading toward a much warmer day today. In fact, we will be today. It looks like we are heading toward a 38-degree high, and then by Wednesday even, we are certainly going to be back into a warmer spell there, about 50-some degrees tomorrow, and it's going to be really nice. In fact, sunny skies tomorrow. So some of that ice and snow that is sticking around today, surely it'll be melting today and especially into tomorrow. And by Thursday, 57 degrees, Friday 59, Saturday 61 degrees. We are only going forward and upward at this point in terms of the temperature. Now, as far as precip goes, looks like sunny skies tomorrow, partly sunny here and there through the rest of the week, and then by the end of the week, we are going to see showers return to that forecast. That should help wash some of that away for your New Year's Eve, and then as we ring in the new year on Saturday night into Sunday, looks like we are going to be dealing with about a 59-degree temperature, a 20% chance of showers on New Year's Day. That's where we are as far as this morning. Some black ice out there, a little bit of frozen precip here and there, depending on where you are. Looking at the Kentucky Mesonet data across much of Kentucky, especially here in the central part of the state, the temperatures look like they're hovering right there around freezing. You go a little bit west, looks like those temperatures still cool this morning in Webster County in that region there just south of Evansville. Looks like about 23 or 24 degrees. Well, we do want to let you know as we're coming on the air here about a delay today. We are dealing with a delay at the Barron County Government Center this morning. Those folks there, they will be reporting to work by 10 o'clock this morning. They are doing this out of a precaution, we understand, from Barron County Judge Executive Michael Hill, that he has placed this delay on the opening of all county government offices. That's going to include the Barron County Clerk's Office. That'll include the operating office hours of the Sheriff's Office, the PVA, all of those places like that. They'll be opening at 10 o'clock local time due to the fact that many of our secondary county roads are still icy and snowy. This is hopefully going to allow those folks that work in those offices a little bit of a safer commute this morning to work. So be sure you're preparing for that. The clerk's office does tell us they will be open through 4:30 today, so they are going to be open through their business hours, normal business hours, so no need to worry there. And in another closure today, we have the Community Soup Kitchen closed today. We received that information earlier today from Mr. Green, who runs the Community Soup Kitchen or oversees that there. They are going to be closed here on Tuesday, December 27th. Hopefully they'll be able to open that back up in the coming days, especially as some of this ice melts and some of that water and such recedes from those areas. In other news, in a recap, a house along West Cherry Street caught fire early Friday morning last week. Glasgow Fire responded to the suspected fire around 1:13 a.m. at 533 West Cherry Street. That's according to a news release. The fire was found isolated in one room of the home. Fire crews there extinguished the blaze and ensured it did not spread throughout the home. Officials, they were on scene just under 1 hour. Glasgow Fire Chief William Rock telling us temperatures, they were just above 0 degrees while fire personnel were on the scene. Of course, that wave of winter weather blanketed much of the region late Thursday and early Friday. Now, the displaced residents, they were placed in alternative living arrangements. The Barron Metcalf EMS assisted at the scene. And sanitation services today here in the city of Glasgow are going to be delayed once again. Yesterday's trash did not get collected, and it's going to be collected on Wednesday. And today, the Tuesday trash collection, they'll be taking that up on Thursday. So again, to reiterate that, do not put your trash can at the curbside unless you just want to have it there prepared. But it needs to be there no later than 7 o'clock tomorrow if you're normally a Monday trash pickup in the city of Glasgow. Now, if you're a Tuesday trash pickup normally, you can wait until Thursday to put it at curbside. That's when they'll be coming through with that. Now, the holiday season schedule, that is what they were preparing to do. They did not collect last Friday's trash due to the fact that temperatures were really low. There was a lot of snow and ice in the area, but They do tell us here at WCLU News that they are going to be collecting that trash in the city of Glasgow this coming Friday. For last Friday, they'll be taking up some extra bags as well. So it's okay if you have some trash outside of your can or anything like that. They will be taking that extra trash out of a convenience to you because they did not collect it last week. Now, as far as next week goes with the New Year holiday, Monday, January 2nd, they will not be collecting trash then either. They will actually be collecting that next Tuesday on January 3rd. Again, cans should be curbside by 7 o'clock. If you missed this or you need a review of that, it's available at our website, WCLUradio.com, and we'll also be repeating that information throughout the day. So be sure to listen to that newscast. You can catch that here on WCLU News every day, 8 o'clock, noon, and 5 p.m. here on 103.1 FM and 1490 AM. And that goes for our folks on the Big Willie. You can catch that on those frequencies as well. Infrastructure problems, they continue to plague eastern Kentucky months after severe flooding left thousands of residents without housing. More from Nadia Ramlagan on this matter.
According to FEMA, missed inspections or no response to contact attempts have left more than 2,000 people ineligible for assistance. Scott McReynolds with the Housing Development Alliance explained at a recent press conference that because so many homes were built in the floodplain, it's been a challenge to find available land to rebuild. And what land remains sits much higher up on mountaintops. He emphasizes community leaders are taking steps to ensure residents can rebuild sustainably.
We want to get this recovery right. We do not want to settle for just a box, which is what somebody said. We just need boxes, people in boxes. We want them to have high quality, long lasting, energy efficient homes.
State officials say the number of residents temporarily living in Kentucky State Parks shelters is down from more than 300 to 84. More than 200 households are living in travel trailers at different locations throughout the state, and families continue to transition from temporary living spaces into long-term housing. Nadia Ramlagan reporting.
All right, thank you, Nadia. On this morning's 911 activity report yesterday, looks like we had one incident reported at Tracy Road and Defeated Creek Road. It was an accident with injury. 10:18 in the morning, Austin Tracy, Barron County Sheriff's Office, and the Barron Metcalfe EMS responded to that. And I might add, Austin Tracy Fire Department responded to that. 7:16, 30 degrees. You're listening to WCLU News, Tuesday, December 27th. From the newsroom of WCLU, we'll be right back for more news.
You've invested a lot of time and energy working for your money. Now it's time for your money to work for you. South Central Bank is announcing a 21-month and a 9-month CD special with an annual percentage yield of 4.25%. 21 and 9-month CD special paying 4.25% APY at South Central Bank. You choose the term that works best for you. $500 minimum balance to obtain the APY. Come into any South Central Bank office today and put your money to work. You rate better at South Central Bank. Member FDIC.
Most people will hesitate before planning a funeral in advance.
The funeral? We'll arrange that when the time comes.
But there's a lot to be said for advanced planning. For one thing, you have the peace of mind of knowing that your arrangements have all been made. You can consider the options when your mind is clear, and you'll have the relief of knowing that your loved one will be well cared for. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
Welcome back here to WCLU News this morning. It's Tuesday, December 27th, 30 degrees. It's great to be with you today. I'm Brennan Crane. Be sure to check us out on the web, WCLUradio.com, our app, WCLU Radio, available for your Android or Apple device there. It's convenient for you to download, free, and we send out updates there regularly for you, especially during incidents like we've had the last few days. A lot of weather, a lot of closings, a lot of things you need to know about. And that's another thing, too, here as a reminder, our winter weather season is well upon us here, and we've already been dealing with this a little bit earlier than we normally do. Many folks realize that January, mid-January or so, that's where we really get the brunt of the snow for this region. But as the rest of the country is saying, wow, this is a little bit earlier. Even some folks as far south as Naples, Florida, are dealing with a little bit of a cooler morning today, about 50-some degrees today, but they're heading back toward the 80s by the end of the week. Sounds like we need to be making a trip to Naples, right? All right, we'll be heading toward more news here in just a moment, but a recap of your weather forecast. Take it easy out there this morning. Some black ice could be out on the roadways, and we want you to be aware of that. But here's the good news. Main thoroughfares, state highways, those things like that, interstates, those parkways, those are clear this morning, and that is the good news. Now, whether you're in the county, wherever you're listening from, or even in your own city, some of those side streets or secondary roadways, they could still be just a little bit icy and snowy this morning, a little bit slushy as we move on up toward the 32-degree mark. We're at 30 degrees here in Glasgow. In news this hour, the Federal Communications Commission has released a draft of a national broadband map, and Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is urging residents to look at it and give feedback to improve its accuracy. The FCC released the draft last month and has sought feedback from the public to verify its accuracy before the map is finalized. Beshear said in a statement on Thursday that access to broadband is as critical to our connectivity as roads and bridges, unquote. He said determining where access is most needed will help ensure that funding is spent wisely. Challenges to information on the map, they must be filed by January 13th. And the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources says more than 500 acres of public access have been added to the Rockcastle River Wildlife Management Area. The agency said last week in a statement that access in Pulaski County was added following an environmental remediation project that plugged 18 orphaned gas wells. Two portions of the property they'd been off limits to the public use since 2017 because of safety concerns associated with the wells. Staff from the Department of Fish and Wildlife, they worked with personnel from the State Energy and Environment Cabinet to plug them, and now the entire 2,924-acre area, it's open. Again, as a reminder, the County Government Center here in Barron County opening on a 2-hour delay today. We are going to be opening up at 10 o'clock today for the Barron County Government Center. And then this day here on Tuesday, December 27th, we are dealing with the Community Soup Kitchen being closed today. So don't try to go to the soup kitchen. They will not be open today. That's a wrap right now. Check your latest closings on our website, WCLUradio.com. Submit those in the event that we have some more weather, or you just need to get your closing information out there. Be sure to submit that there, and we will add that to our list. 721, it's 30 degrees. Have a great Tuesday.
Car wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Insurance companies are making it tougher than ever for car accident victims, charging higher premiums and then trying to shortchange you on your injury claim. But no matter what they do, one fact remains. On average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one. Now that you know the facts, don't settle for less. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, there's only one thing you need to do. Call 800-800-4600. We stand up to the insurance company for all the money you deserve. Call 800-800-4600. We know how to turn low insurance offers into big settlements. When you need a lawyer, ask anyone in Kentucky. They'll say, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
Services may be performed by others. Court costs and fees are the responsibility of the client. If we win or settle your case. Source, Insurance Research Council. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. Principal offices, Bowling Green, Kentucky.
There's one place with all your pet and farm needs. Come to Petco, your neighborhood pet and farm supply center today for high-quality pet and livestock products at great prices. Plus services like self-wash stations, dog training, and trusted experts on pet health and wellness. They offer curbside pickup, repeat delivery, and free same-day delivery too. Instead of visiting multiple stores for pet and farm supplies, find everything your whole pack needs under one roof. 141 Beaver Trail South in Glasgow. They're excited to be a part of our community. Stop by today and don't forget to bring your pet too.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
We're going to load everybody up on it, drive through the night, so the girls can start basketball tomorrow. And again, we don't have any luggage.
That's Ryan McDaniel, a father of one of the Crittenden County Lady Rockets basketball team, stranded at Nashville's airport due to the airline cancellations. McDaniel tells Nashville's Fox 17 the team is going to face not having uniforms once it gets to Orlando for that basketball tournament. A boil water advisory is in effect for all of Martin County. The county's Water and Sanitation District says the advisory is issued due to the deep freeze. Until further notice, they're asking customers to boil all water used for drinking and cooking. There's no estimate of when the advisory will be lifted. Hope Village, Louisville's first outdoor space for the homeless, will remain closed for the next few days.
And that's just to kind of get us prepared to go back. Some of the things, making sure that the water is fully functioning over there with the pipes, and then getting folks over to help with the snow removal so that it's safe for people to get to their shelters.
Site Director Angel Todd tells WLKY-TV Hope Village partnered with Wayside Christian Mission prior to the extreme Arctic blast over the weekend, sending Hope Village residents to Hotel Louisville. Don't throw away your Christmas trees. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources is asking Kentuckians to donate them instead. The department's Christmas for the Fishes tree recycling program is accepting evergreen trees which can be used to help the Commonwealth's wildlife. Officials say the trees will be anchored to environmentally friendly weights in lakes and reservoirs and can be used by fish to feed, shelter, and spawn. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-885-3500. 800-885-3500. 800-885-3500.
Let's take a look at local sports on this Tuesday. Several area high school basketball teams will be playing in holiday tournaments around the area this week. On the girls' schedule for today, it's Barron County taking on Callaway County at Allen County Scottsville High School. Caverna travels to face Warren Central. Allen County Scottsville hosts Springfield, Tennessee. Warren East faces Breckenridge County at Ohio County High School. Monroe County plays Clark Range, Tennessee in Pensacola, Florida. And Greenwood opens play in a tournament at Allen County Scottsville. Now in boys action, it's Monroe County goes up against Archbishop McNicholas of Ohio in Pensacola, Florida. Bowling Green plays their first game in a tournament at Lexington Catholic, and Warren Central takes on Madison Central at Lexington Catholic. Good luck, and that's a look at your local sports on this Tuesday.
Southern Kentucky Tire Pros does more than just tires. They maximize the love of being behind the wheel. They offer top brands of tires with road hazard coverage available for 3 years at as little as $15 a tire. Plus, the Hunter Hawkeye Elite Alignment Machine is the most accurate four-wheel alignment in the area. And Southern Kentucky Tire Pros has an 18,000-pound capacity rack. Drive with confidence knowing wherever you go, Southern Kentucky Tire Pros will help take you there. Go see Foster and everyone at family-owned and operated Southern Kentucky Tire Pros, 1004 Happy Valley Road, Glasgow.
Here's the score from the Kentucky News Network. I'm Scott Fitzgerald. Well, the Cincinnati Bengals are back to work as they prepare for their huge matchup against the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football this week. At 11-4, they're a game up on the Ravens for first place in the AFC North. The Ravens are at the Steelers this week before closing out the regular season in the Natty a week from Sunday. Staying with the oblong, how about some college football? The Kentucky Wildcat football team begins practice on the campus of Vanderbilt University in Nashville ahead of their New Year's Eve Music City Bowl matchup with the Iowa Hawkeyes. This is just the second meeting between the two schools, with the other coming, of course, last year in the Citrus Bowl, where, if you remember, Chris Rodriguez scored the winning touchdown with just under 2 minutes remaining as the Cats beat Iowa 20-17. There is a full slate of college bowl games coming up. Buffalo will meet up with Georgia Southern in the Camellia Bowl from Montgomery, Alabama. Memphis will take on Utah State in the First Responder Bowl. That's taking place in Dallas on the campus of Southern Methodist University. Elsewhere, it's the Birmingham Bowl that'll pit Coastal Carolina up against East Carolina. And it's the Big 12 versus the Big 10 at the Guaranteed Rate Bowl in Phoenix. Turning now to the round ball, it's back to work for local college basketball teams after the Christmas holiday. Coming up, the Kentucky Wildcats and Coach John Calipari will open SEC play at Missouri. The majority of the Commonwealth men's and women's basketball teams are back at it later this week. And granted, it's the Christmas break, but it's never a bad time to talk horses, right? At Fairgrounds, it was Jace's Road taking home the mile and 16th gun runner for 2-year-olds and up. That, of course, will lead into the Louisiana Derby on March 26th. Next up, on the road to the Kentucky Derby, it is the Smarty Jones on New Year's Day from Oaklawn Park. In sad news from the golfing world, County Whitworth, the winningest golfer in history, is dead. In a statement, her longtime partner said Whitworth passed away suddenly over the weekend. The legendary golfer's 88 LPGA wins are the most ever on a professional tour. I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Well, health coverage fans, this is the matchup we've all been waiting for, where you find quality, affordable coverage that's right for you and your family through Connect. And it's about the simplest play you can make. Just go to connect.ky.gov/health coverage and get started. Now, more people than ever will qualify and save more by enrolling through Connect. So get off the bench and in the game anytime between now and January 15th. Team Kentucky for the win. Connect. Together for a better Kentucky.
This is Ernie Johnson Jr. Sports is about overcoming obstacles, and college coaches work hard to help young men overcome Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's called Coach to Cure MD, and you can help. Text the word CURE to 501-501 to donate $25 on your next mobile phone bill, or go online to CoachToCureMD.org. Text the word CURE to 501-501. Help coaches cure MD.
Brought to you by the American Football Coaches.
Good morning, friends. All of us are creatures of some sort of habit that we may find hard to break. Perhaps one or more of these habits are not according to God's will, or may be harmful to us in some way. As we strive to gain control over these actions, behaviors, and thought patterns that we want removed from our life, we may find that struggle to be very difficult or nearly impossible. It likely will only happen when we seek the strength of Almighty God to help us. We need to pray to God that He might show us how to make lasting changes through the power of His Spirit. Remember that when we stumble, the grace of God covers our failures as long as we're seeking to serve Him with all of our being. We may be frustrated, but we cannot quit. We must keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, our King. He has overcome the world and its problems. When we rest in His strength, we will overcome as well through His power. The process of overcoming and renewal may be slow, but success is guaranteed through Jesus. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Thank you, Danny White there from Refuge Church of Christ. Appreciate that each and every morning here on Good Morning Live. James Coates with you back in the saddle. And again, if you've just joined us, welcome. EPB Channel 6, hello to you folks. Facebook Live, YouTube Live. AM 1490, 102.3, 103.1, 94.1. Online to WCLUradio.com and RadioSoki.com. Great ways to listen and to watch Good Morning Live. Birthdays and anniversaries, we've had several today called in, so let's get everybody up to date. We have Susan Thompson, Brad Alexander, we have Chelsea Stinson, Nancy West is 49 today. Lauren Mutter is 19. We have Cora Thompson, Casey Griever, Carol Spiegel, happy birthday. Caitlin Adams is 19. Grace Lauer is 20. So we gonged her earlier. We'll give her another gong today. Treva Coffee, happy birthday. William Bowles Jr. celebrates today. Miss Betty Harvey is 91 today. Betty Harvey, hope you have a great day. And also we have Carol K. Bragg on the birthday list. We have some anniversaries. We have Junior and Dana Bailey. Also, happy anniversary to Calvin and Carol Coffey. We have Carlton and Ann Botts. We have also Ben and Katina Kemplin, 19 years today. And also, happy anniversary to Brenda and Cecil Russell, celebrating 37 years today. My goodness. Happy anniversary. Good as gold today on this Tuesday is Cindy Rutledge. Cindy Rutledge Day. She's retiring this Friday with 31 years of service with the Glasgow Housing Authority. Cindy, hope you have a great day. You're good as gold. So, folks, if you see her, pat her on the back. Tell her that she is, in fact, good as gold from all of us here at WCLU Radio. The Big Willie, and also a little taste of Texas. We'll be drawing this coming Friday here on Good Morning Live for a winner, $20 value for you to feast at a little taste of Texas, the Texas way. A lot of great food there. Good, just a great atmosphere to eat in, maybe to say howdy to a neighbor while you're enjoying that meal. So we'll be giving that away this Friday on Good Morning Live. 7:33 on this Tuesday.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Some things can wait. Chores, mowing the lawn. Hey, that laundry's not going anywhere. But if you're 50 or older or live with diabetes or heart disease, untreated COVID could be deadly. And if you don't get treatment within days, you might not be able to. So, got COVID symptoms? Talk to a doctor and get treatment right away, because it just can't wait. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Girls and boys in poverty around the world are dreaming of a better life and a brighter future. Children International and friends like you are giving these children a chance to achieve their dreams by ensuring that they have access to health care, education, life skills, and more, so they can grow, thrive, and believe in themselves. Learn more about Children International and join us in our life-changing work at children.org today.
Good Morning Live. We have 30 degrees this morning here in Glasgow. It's 7:35. We're just minutes away from checking in with Bobby Lee Hurt from Hurt Auto Sales. You don't want to miss that update. And also, we've already given away a pizza this morning with our morning trivia. We're going to be drawing for a delicious Dairy Queen cake this morning. So be sure and get your birthdays and anniversaries in. We'll be drawing a name off that list. And also a beautiful Greer's Rosebud vase from our friends at Greer's Florist here in Glasgow. So we'll be giving away those from our birthday list. So if you have birthdays or anniversaries today, 651-9149, 800-956-1023, or, of course, online, WCLUradio.com or RadioSoki.com. We'll get those on for you. And we'll check your community calendar coming up, too.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
This weather update brought to you by Apollo PC in Glasgow.
Ugh, why is this thing so slow?
Is your slow computer frustrating, but you don't want to pay the money for a new one? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Chris from Apollo PC. Nothing runs better than a new computer. Our refurbished models are practically good as new. Right now, get a complete computer system with monitor, keyboard, mouse, and speakers running Windows 7 for only $300. Or if you prefer a laptop, we have fully refurbished models for only $250. And we wouldn't put the Apollo name on it if they weren't top-notch.
Search faster with Apollo PC. Chain Drive in Glasgow next to Sweetheart Bakery.
We'll have a mostly cloudy sky today, Glasgow, a high of 38 degrees with a calm wind becoming light. It'll be partly cloudy tonight, a low down to 26. Wednesday tomorrow, a breezy day. Lots of sunshine, high of 49. South wind 6 to 11, gusting at 23. Wednesday night, mostly clear, breezy, a low down to 38 with winds at 26. Looking ahead to Thursday, partly sunny, high of 56. Breezy again with wind gusts near 24. Thursday night, a slight chance of rain, down to 45. Friday, we'll wrap up this work week. Showers likely, 60% chance mainly in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy on your Friday with a high near 60. Friday night, rain, 80% chance, a low down to 49. Saturday, more of the same. Showers, 70% chance, mostly cloudy and 61 on your Saturday. Saturday night, 60% chance of rain, cloudy and 48. And on New Year's Day, Sunday, we'll have a 20% chance for a shower, partly sunny with a high near 60 degrees. Again, today, Glasgow, mostly cloudy. On the cool side, but warmer, high of 38 today. And that's a look at your Glasgow area weather. 90% humidity right now outside your door. Pressure 30.32. Winds are light at 2 miles per hour. In the last 24, I'm showing 85 hundredths of an inch of precipitation. We have a 9 to 10 mile visibility this morning. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:55. Sunset this evening at 4:34 p.m. Weather brought to you by our friends at Apollo PC right here in Glasgow. We're at 30 degrees on Good Morning Live at 7:39.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you. Over-the-counter COVID tests are available and can be billed to most insurance carriers. You can also receive the COVID vaccine at Highland Pharmacy. Register at highland-pharmacy.com. That's highland-pharmacy.com. Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
Good morning, Live. Hope things are well with you and your family as we bring this year to a close in just a few days. Hard to believe. It's Tuesday, December 27th, and we do have some things going on in and around the area with our church and community calendar. A story time for 6 months old to preschool will be held at the Marywood Weldon Library Thursday, the 29th. That kicks off at 10 a.m. Registration is required and due to limited space and supplies, so get registered for that. You can register on the events calendar or the library website there. Here's something exciting. The Glory Bound Quartet will have their 40th reunion Southern Gospel concert of the founding members of the group on New Year's Eve night at the Barron County High School Auditorium in Glasgow. This Saturday, the 31st, that starts at 6 o'clock p.m. I know Jeff Sneed is excited and jumping up and down. There is no admission charged. Everyone is welcome to attend. Now, if you need more information, you can call 270-646-0354. 270-646-0354. And let's see, the Glasgow City Hall will be closed on Monday, January 2nd, to observe New Year's holiday. The landfill will also be closed on January 2nd. Street, sanitation, transit, stormwater departments will all be closed as well. So keep that in mind. Also, the Marywood Weldon Library will be closed as well on Monday, the 2nd, to observe New Year's holiday. All right, submit your event on our website, WCLUradio.com. That's a great way to get your announcements on the air. And also the Big Willie, too. WCLUradio.com or RadioSoki.com. And if you can, get those into us at least a week or two in advance so we can give you plenty of good coverage for your event that you're having. WCLUradio.com.
Mix a little sports analysis, pop culture, and great interviews, and you've got the Rich Eisen Show podcast. Bo Jackson talks about his greatest accomplishment.
July 21st, 1990, I took third strike on purpose right down the pipe, turned around, had a few choice words with the umpire. He proceeded to toss me out of the game, spent the rest of the day with my wife and my baby girl, who was born that morning at 6:30 a.m.
The Rich Eisen Show podcast, wherever you listen.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
7:44, and we have 8 o'clock news coming up. But right now, we want to bring our good friend Bobby Lee Hurt on the radio live. Bobby Lee, how are you today?
Doing well this morning, James. You doing okay?
Doing great. Was Santa Claus good to you, Bobby Lee?
I tell you what, he was really good to me. I tell you, of course, I knew he would be as good as I've been all year.
Well, I figured he might leave you a new car or something to sell.
Well, I was kind of hoping that, but that part didn't quite work out. Okay.
But even though Christmas is over, it'd still be a good time to come up and see you and pick up a new car or a brand new used car, right?
That's right, brand new used car. We do have those. Plenty of them.
I figured you did. Every time I pass it, I nearly run out of the road looking at Bobby Lee's lot up there at Hurt Auto Sales 621. That'd be West Main, I guess. Bobby Lee, what do you got on the lot? What's hot on the lot today? If folks can come by and check out.
I tell you what, we have a 2013 Chevy Traverse, third row seat, front wheel drive, excellent condition, looks brand new inside and out. Price for just $12,900.
$12,900 for a 2013 Traverse.
That's right. And if you've got your mind on the four-wheel drive, since we had a little snow here,
yeah,
we have a 2015 Jeep Cherokee. Like I say, it's four-wheel drive, nice-looking ride, white on the outside, black on the inside. We've got it priced to sale for just $16,900.
$16,900. Now, that would, even though the main roads are pretty much clear, there may be a few icy spots or some black ice, but Bobby Lee, these side roads, boy, I tell you, that would really come in handy, wouldn't it?
It most certainly would. If you slid in the ditch, you could come right out of there. Okay?
Yeah, which is important.
That is correct. It sure is.
So that's a 2015 Jeep Cherokee $16,900. Keep it going.
We have a 2006 Buick Lucerne, four-door sedan, local trade, excellent condition. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money and get a good, dependable ride, $43.50.
Man, $43.50. That's a 2006 model. That might just be right where somebody is looking today, and budget-wise, to get them a car, maybe a car for their 16-year-old, 17-year-old looking to get their first car. That would sure help them out quite a bit there.
It sure would. It makes somebody a fine ride. We've got lots more to choose from. And come on by. I'll be here all day long.
Bobby Lee, it might even get you a hot cup of coffee, folks. Drop in and see him today. He'll shake your hand, let you test drive one of those cars today, whether you're looking for a 2013 Chevrolet Traverse or a Jeep Cherokee or a Buick Lucerne. He's got more than that. That's just some highlights this morning at Hurt Auto Sales, Hurt Auto Sales 621. West Main right here in Glasgow. Bobby, we appreciate you today, and I hope you have a happy New Year. Of course, we'll be talking to you again on Thursday, but hope you had a great Christmas. Seriously speaking, a great Christmas and an upcoming New Year. I hope you sell hundreds and hundreds of cars, Bobby Lee.
So do I. I appreciate that, James.
So, folks, you stop in and see Bobby today. He's all excited now. Christmas is over. Come by. You might still be off from a day or two of work. It'd be a great day for you. And that motto will be in effect, which is...
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Bobby Lee, you have a wonderful day, buddy.
And you also, James. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Kentucky.
This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission.
Hello, how are you doing today?
She wants more people to register as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Are you an organ donor? Yes, I am. Yay. My goal is to sign up the most people in the United States.
What drives her? Roxanne's own life was saved through the gift of a heart transplant, made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day that I was going to devote myself to the cause of organ donation and signing people up and honoring my donor by doing that.
Now she's back to health, and she's a powerful force helping to save lives every day through her work. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life.
8 people can be helped with the major organs, and up to 50 people can be helped with a little bit of everything. And when you think about it that way, that you could help that many people, it's amazing. It really is.
Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to some tidbit news and chit-chat with James and Brennan on this Tuesday morning. Brennan Crane, how are you?
Doing well. I'm just as good as I was the last time. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's 30 outside right now here in Glasgow, but it's at least 90 in this control room.
You think so?
Oh, man.
Well, I turned the heat off for you.
I'd rather be on the little cool side if possible, but I'm thankful to be warm also.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, you've had plenty of opportunity to be cold the last few days, haven't you?
I tell you, I have a dog named Clark.
You do?
And he expects to go out sometimes twice an hour, but every hour.
Twice an hour?
Oh yeah. And Friday night I took him out about 12:30 a.m., which was really Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. And, we had the high winds, and the snow was kind of like powder. And so when I first opened the door, I was hit right in the face with snow. Just whoosh.
Well,
Clark, you better make it fast.
I've told you. I mean, you're familiar, and I have to be careful because we have a Nellie that works here, but our dog's name is Nellie as well.
Yes.
And I was just remarking the other day. I was thinking about how she hasn't been leaving paw prints in the snow, and I couldn't figure it out initially because I really wasn't studying it. I just happened to notice. I was like, wow.
That's odd.
But then once I realized what the problem was, is that she is a wiener dog, and her legs are not that long, so she leaves a leg print in the snow. So her poor whole leg was in the snow. I mean, the snow was up to her chest, which isn't that far. But
that's only like an inch and a half.
So
that's
funny.
Cool. Well, let me ask you, Brendan Crane, did you have a good Christmas holiday?
I did.
Yeah, I did too. Just blessed indeed.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Really blessed. That's all you can really just say,
Blessed, and hope everybody listening had a wonderful time too.
I mean, I was so blessed to bless my socks off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Those colorful socks. Socks. He wears some strange socks, and I do too.
Is that what you were thinking this morning?
I'm into the Looney Tunes socks right now.
Well, I very rarely wear socks with exotic designs on them. I'm very conservative in my display, but when it comes to colors, I get crazy with the colors. Like right now, my socks look like the Ukrainian flag.
I know. I was looking at those earlier. I'm like, my goodness, that'll wake you up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
The Bohemian flag or something. Kind of looks like the flag of the Bahamas as well. So.
It really does. Well, you mentioned earlier we were celebrating Fruitcake Day.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Not a good. Nothing I look forward to. I haven't even tried since I was probably, I don't know, maybe 30 years ago. I tried again fruitcake. It just does not agree with me at all.
Some people make fruitcakes and let that fruit sit up for a month at a time, and I mean, I don't know. Some people do their thing. I don't think it's disgusting, but I do. I don't know that it'd be my first pick. So.
Exactly.
I was going to mention to you real quick. Let me pause for a moment on the fun stuff, and let me say for folks that are listening that we do have a couple delays to know about. At least the first delay is the Barron County Government Center today.
Yeah.
They'll be opening at 10 o'clock this morning, and that is on a 2-hour delay. So normally they open at 8, and that is encompassing all offices in the Barron County Government Center, the clerk's office, the sheriff's office, PVA, county judge's office, all that kind of thing.
All those folks.
Yeah. And
so if you're sitting out in your car waiting to go in at 8 o'clock right now, just waiting for that door to open, you should go home and drink some coffee and wait a couple hours.
That's right. Hey, I would take every opportunity I could to go home right now with some coffee and a book. You know, you just can't get enough of that.
Oh my goodness!
Not saying that I don't want to be here.
You're making me
saying,
homesick.
You know, it's just enjoyable.
It is.
And the community soup kitchen here in Glasgow, in Barron County today, it'll be closed as well. Now, I keep saying as well and two, I don't mean to say that. We have a delay and a closure. Those are two obvious separate things there.
Yeah.
So anyway, James, I was going to let you know. So we're, 27th day of December.
Here we are, man.
We have only 4 days left in this month and in this year.
I was telling my kids over the weekend, I remember it, of course, December 1st, and then I remember the 12th.
Yeah.
And then it was the 18th of my daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
And it was like, wait a minute, I hadn't even been shopping yet. And then it was Christmas week, and I'm like, here it is, the 23rd, and I haven't been shopping yet.
Look at this. A lot of folks remember, and I keep trying to figure out how to keep reflecting on it. But a lot of folks remember that I was gone from WCLU for about 5 months. 5 months, even that's almost half a year.
Yeah.
And that was back in 2021. So at this point, I've been back here with the WCLU crew for well over a year since last October. So it just blows my mind. I mean, this will make, so let's see. Here at WCLU, I have been around for the turn of almost 2019. I started working here.
Early 19, wasn't it?
In January of 19.
Yeah.
And so I've been here for the turn of the new year of 20, 21, 22, and now about to turn with the 23.
Crazy, isn't it?
Nellie obviously has me beat. But my point is that, wow, it's just crazy to think. And I say that every year. I just can't get over it, how we keep on trekking on through.
Yeah, it is.
I just reflect and think about, there are obviously only a handful of these people left that can remember, 100 years ago. But you think about this, it's 2023. When we push that back to 1923 even.
Yeah.
Were those folks there thinking about what would unfold for them,
I'm
all
sure they
through
were.
the 1900s? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think about it too, though.
Fun to
It's
think about.
2023 now, what will the world be like in 2033, 2043, 2053, all that kind of thing.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, that's just a little thought there this morning. Folks that are listening this morning, hope you are making it out and about well. I know some of those side streets could still be a little slick, but here in the city, the main roads look like they're pretty clear, and that'll be good. So we are well on our way into January nearly, James. We are heading toward, get this, 60s. By the weekend.
Exactly.
The 60s on the temperature.
I went shopping, of course, for Christmas. I went to a particular store, and one of the workers was laying out Valentine's merchandise.
All right.
And I said, what? She said, I can't believe we're doing this. I'm like, well, you're only 6-7 weeks away.
We just move from one to the next, right?
Exactly right. Well, coming up at 8 o'clock, more of the news from Brennan Crane. He'll be in the newsroom. And we'll take care of the trader on the Big Willie side.